What's good, YouTube? This your boy, Coach Dante, in the building with you guys. I know this is a long time no see, but you know when you got the coach's corner, when you see the clipboard, when you see the football, when you see the helmet, you know NFL is back. You know NFL is back, and we got two Super Bowl perennial contenders, AFC showdown, NFC showdown, heavyweight boxing match to kick off the regular season tonight. But can't do this show without the new founder and co-host of the show, my boy Big Play Slay. How you doing, Big Play Slay?
Yo.
Get on in here, Slay.
He keep kicking me out. Damn.
Nah, my bad. How you doing, brother?
What's good. I kept clicking on the button when I was trying to add myself.
My bad. My bad.
But yeah,
right.
I'm always on the show, man. Y'all gonna always see me. I'm now the co-host, man. But yeah, man, let's get it.
Happy to have him. And we got somebody special in backstage, man. I've been waiting on this brother to come up here a long time. Seemed like he been hiding in the woods. I mean, he's a Colts fan. Yes, he's a Colts fan, and I gotta see him on Sunday and tomorrow. I gotta see his face already. But I respect this team, respect this brother with all my might, and give this man credit. I shout out to this dude all the time because he the one told me about Davis Mills, and he has the potential of being a franchise quarterback. I'm still on the hook about that, but I see the potential what he's saying in Davis Mills. So my boy finally got him on the show. JDW, how you doing, my boy? How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. I'm just so happy football is back. As you're saying, football is back. 2 Super Bowl contenders playing in week 1, possibly a Super Bowl preview. Getting goosebumps already just with football being back. Thursday night football, Sunday night football, all day Sundays, and then college on Saturdays. Football all the time.
Yep, I gotta first of all, before we get into the nitty gritty, man, and y'all know I gotta see this man tomorrow, and I gotta see this man team on Sunday. So you know, I see Jonathan Taylor deal with him on Sunday. So wish he could have found a way to up out of the division, but hey, it's off. Nanny Danny. We got Ariku in the building, a Dallas Cowboys fan. Good look to y'all against Tampa Bay. Got my boy Big Three, in the building. Which how you doing, man? And I got my boy Nate. Shout out to Nate, man. Hope y'all find success against the Tennessee Titans. No telling how bad that game might be. It may go.
Derrick Henry might run for 300 on that.
And good luck for also dealing with Derrick Henry in that game as well. But I mean, let's get into the nitty gritty, man. We got 2 heavyweight fights. We got 2 heavyweight teams going right at it. Right out the gate, a great season opener. We got a possibility perennial powerhouse in the AFC, and they from the AFC East, the Buffalo Bills, and we got the Super Bowl champions defending their honor tonight and defending their season. They will be celebrating championship night tonight. So, man, I'm gonna start with my guy JDW. Man, what you looking forward to tonight? And is this a Super Bowl preview we will see in Super Bowl Sunday?
I think this definitely could be a Super Bowl preview. I just want to see how Matthew Stafford's elbow is holding up. You know, I want to see him take some hits. I want to see him get up, you know, because he was suffering from tendonitis for most of the offseason, and tendonitis is no joke. You know, I've heard it has healed pretty well. It's not 100%, and it worries me a little bit, not for this game, but when you have tendonitis, it's more common in baseball, but usually the elbow gets fatigued, towards the middle of the season. You know, if he's going to keep throwing, I just think that this, I think both quarterbacks, Josh Allen and Matthew Stafford, they're both turnover prone, but not in a bad way. They're aggressive. They're great quarterbacks. They just are so aggressive. Sometimes they get themselves in a little bit of a pickle. Whichever team takes advantage of those turnovers more, that's the team that's going to win tonight.
Yep. Slay, is this a Super Bowl preview that we're going to see?
I already said it once before, man. I'll keep saying it, dog. Like, I think this is a Super Bowl preview. Buffalo is just like they just different, man. Like, they added the one thing that they needed to beat Kansas City, and that's that D-line, and they got Von Miller, and that's one of the best pass rushers in the game. And he knows how to, time his sacks and whatnot, and he'll get to the quarterback. And we know Mahomes had trouble with him in the AFC West before, so he's a little familiar with them too. So I think that was good for them. And the Rams added Bobby Wagner and Allen Robinson, and Van Jefferson is ruled out for this game. So that'll be interesting. It'll look like Allen Robinson's gonna get the ball a lot more because they're gonna double team the hell out of Cooper Kupp, bro. They're gonna send 3 guys at him. Like it's not gonna be fair for Cooper Kupp today. So they just gonna be keep sending regular like double teams on him all night, and that's just gonna only leave everything open for Allen Robinson and Tyler Higbee. I don't want to always forget about him, but and also another guy that you want to look out for the Rams is Kyron Williams, their running back that they drafted in the 4th round. He's from Notre Dame. He's a good receiving back, and he's gonna fulfill that role as like a receiving back, but also can run really well. But he's a little small, so they're gonna give the ball to him, scheme him up in the right way. So we'll see what happens. But I think this is going to be a really good game, and I think it's going to be the Super Bowl preview. But yeah, for both teams, it looks good. And also James Cook for the Bills. Yeah, that's another rookie that's going to get the ball a lot. I have him a couple fantasy leagues, so I want him to go off in this game.
Yeah, and so like what I said, man, I know all 3 of us pretty much know how valuable the quarterback is in the league, how valuable the quarterback. And most people don't really seem to understand that. It just depends on who you're talking to. So when you're talking to like a person about Jared Goff, yes, he did lead the team to the Super Bowl, but they traded Jared Goff to get them to win the Super Bowl, to get them over the top, and saying Jared Goff is basically not the answer. And it turns out, the Rams make the right move, that he was not going to be the answer for the foreseeable future. And you see how quick that was, and that quickly the first opportunity that turned into a Super Bowl. You look at Tom Brady. Soon as Jameis Winston was swapped, that immediately turns into a Super Bowl. So, like a lot of people, I know all 3 of us agree that the quarterback, if you don't have that quarterback, this team, I don't care what type of, you can have the best defense in the world. Now, the only team that pretty much got away with that was probably the Denver Broncos, because that Denver Broncos definitely carried that team against Carolina, and that team the whole season to the Super Bowl. Peyton Manning with the fasciitis on his foot. But again, Josh Allen and this Bills team is so good. They probably got one of the top secondaries in the National Football League. Depends on if Tre'Davious White can come from his ACL injury. You got Jordan Poyer, you got Michael Hyde. That's 10 interceptions. 10 interceptions combined last year. You got career Elam over there on the other side. But man, you talking about the Rams adding Allen Robinson, an underrated wide receiver in this league, man. Someone who had over 1,000 yards in this league and who has success. You're talking about a good defensive line of Aaron Donald. You're talking about Bobby Wagner, who's one of the best linebackers and probably in the sport that we have seen, man. This is going to be, and then you're talking about Sean McVay, one of the best head coaches in this league, and you're talking about Sean McDermott, who changed this organization around. We got a definitely heavyweight fight up out of the gate. So shout out to everybody in the chat. Normal Guy said, "What's up, Slate and JDW?" I seen Kyron Williams. He's decent. Spicy Bruce, what's good? He said, where did Robert Woods? Robert Woods, he plays in Tennessee.
Yeah.
Von Miller playing against his former team. Yep, right up out of the Super Bowl run. Tre'Davious White is a monster. Yep, when he's healthy, he's a monster. What's up, Coach? What's up, Bruce? Congratulations on your 4.5K. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you.
Oh, yeah. I forgot to say
congrats, bro. 4.5.
Yo, that's awesome, bro. That's
cool. Appreciate y'all, man. Without y'all, like I said, it's no me. Without y'all,
Eric, I need to get the glasses, bro. What's good?
Hey, Eric, what's good, Eric? Eric, let me demonstrate something for you before we move on to the next topic. There you go.
Hold up. Let me go get it.
I got you, man. I got you. I got you, E. I got you, man.
I'm missing something.
Yo, hold up.
I'm missing the story.
We gotta, cause look, JDW. The story on this is Eric always wears his sunglasses in the house. So whenever he shows around, bro, we always gotta wear the glasses, bro.
Yo, we gotta
the right thing to
do.
do.
I don't have any sunglasses.
With the shades, man. It's all right. Also,
and this is actually I don't know if y'all can see this, but talk about this game here. I'm not a Bills fan. Before y'all call me that, I'm just wearing these glasses. It
Got a
actually says Bills on it
bandwagon.
right here. But I knew
Got a
so.
bandwagon.
Shout out to you, Aaron. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. So, what are we looking for? What players do we need to watch for? Slay, I'm gonna come to you first. What players do you want to watch? What players are you looking for tonight?
Yeah,
Watch.
I already said Kyron Williams, James Cook. I said those two. Gabriel Davis, you gotta always point him out for the Bills now because he did amazing in that Chiefs game in the playoffs. That's a tough one, bro, for the Rams because they got a lot of and Allen Robinson too for the Rams. So I said him earlier. Tyler Higbee for the Rams, and then I need one more from the Bills. You said Kyrie Elam, so I'll say Jamison Crowder for the Buffalo Bills. He's that new replacement for Cole Beasley. And he's gonna be filling his role in as that wide receiver 3. And I think he'll do good this year with them. You don't got to do too much. Stephon Diggs is on one side. He'll help you out a lot. And then Gabriel Davis, by the time he, causes some hell and he gets a lot of receiving yards and people start noticing him, then that's going to open a lot more things for James Crowder. So those two I definitely watch out for. But yeah, that's my guys.
JD, man, what's your take on this one?
All right, so one of my most important players for the Buffalo Bills is Kyrie Elam because Tre'Davious White is not playing tonight. So Kyrie Elam, the Johnson on the other side, he's not very good. He allowed the 17th most for yards after catch. So not really too happy with him. But Kyrie Elam, young guy, first round pick, he's got the talent. I want to see if he could cover a guy like Allen Robinson. You put him against Cooper Kupp, not happening. You're going to take Cooper Kupp over a rookie any day of the week. Maybe even Allen Robinson. I think people forget how good Allen Robinson is. I forgot last year, just being injured, being on a team that's not talked about much. It doesn't get on primetime games. We don't get a lot of primetime games. People don't talk about it because they don't see a play. So I think Kyrie Elam is a huge one. I think Von Miller is going to be a big one because they need a pressure and they need to get after the quarterback and they need to make sure they stop the run game as well because if whatever team gets the run game going, they're gonna have a much bigger advantage because if you could control the ball, you get a much better chance. So yeah, I don't know. I'm interested in this game big time. It's just I know I just had a brain fart big time, so I just lost my train of thought.
Nah, you good.
It's the first week of football. The first week of football, and then too bad I got to deal with you on Sunday and deal with you on Friday. Too bad I got to deal with you as a Colts fan and you being in my division. But I say I agree with you, man. I'm gonna be looking a lot at Kyrie Elam tonight, but I'm gonna be looking at the running game for the Buffalo Bills, and that's what most people do question their running game. But that's what they drafted James Cook for a reason. They drafted him for a reason.
So
go ahead.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I always have a problem with interrupting.
Go ahead.
But he's not a player. It's Ken Dorsey, the Buffalo Bills' new offense coordinator. I think he needs to get off to a hot start. He has big shoes to fill for Brian Dable. He needs to get this offense going early. There's no time to settle in and try things out. You need to be on task. You need to be on par week 1 versus the defending champs. So I think Ken Dorsey in this Bills offense, I think that's another thing to watch out for. Just because you have a different offensive coordinator in there, you have no clue what. I mean, you have somewhat of a clue. When you have a guy like Josh Allen, it doesn't matter the scheme. He still makes big plays. But I'm interested to see what kind of plays Ken Dorsey proves up.
That you're right about that. I agree with you. And Vic said about Allen. He was talking about Allen Robinson. He's well rested. You're right about that. But he didn't get along with the coaching staff. He didn't get along with Matt Nagy. Him and Matt Nagy. If you didn't hear the story, they haven't talked for about 9 months. That's a whole football season without saying good night, good morning to each other. That's a whole football season. They basically haven't talked. So, he wasn't on good terms with the organization.
Yeah. And then it's like what JDW said, I completely agree, bro. People are gonna remember how good what's his name is, Allen Robinson. People are gonna remember, bro. Like, this is the same guy that had 1,400 yards with Blake Bortles. Like, we gotta remember these stuff. Like, and he had to deal with that.
We have to deal with that.
Yeah, like people are gonna remember. Like, I bet you by the end of tonight, someone's gonna be tweeting Allen Robinson is really good. They're gonna remember, man. They're gonna remember how good this guy really is. And yeah, he went to a different quarterback, but he was doing the same stuff with Blake Bortles, Mr. Trubisky. So we're not even gonna do the dude like that. So I feel like this is what he deserves, man. He's been in the league for a minute, and he hasn't had a good quarterback like that can elevate the performance of other guys, like Matthew Stafford. But Matthew Stafford could definitely do that. And then Cooper Cup, he elevates his team as well. So that's going to be amazing for Allen Robinson too. So I can't wait to see how Allen Robinson does tonight. And I'm really expecting a huge game from him.
Yep, definitely agree on that part, and especially keep forgetting to ask JDW, have he recovered from getting beat by Jacksonville last week?
Damn.
I keep I got to mess with you, like I had to mess with Slay every single day, and I haven't got a chance. I haven't got a chance to mess with you. Have you recovered from last year? Or are you still going through some?
I mean, since I'm not in school, that helps. School the next day was holy golly. It was like the whole week. School was rough. I'm like, can this week be over? And then it poured into next week. It poured into all the way to school was over every single day. But by the way, I got the hole fixed in this wall, so I did fix some stuff from that game, but on the wall fixed. That's no worries.
My pants through a hole. He punched his damn wall.
I didn't punch the wall. Okay, I do the computer chair at the wall.
Damn. Yo, I feel bad for the wall, bro.
I feel bad for it too. I didn't. You know what? I'm gonna say this one thing before we move on. I didn't expect the Colts to get beat down like the way they did and get dominated the way they did.
I would have cried.
I would have.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing though. Like, with teams in your division play you really tough, bro, because they know you. And you never want to discount any team out, like especially in your division. You never want to discount any team out. And yeah, RP Queen Elizabeth, yeah, that was crazy, bro. I did not expect that to happen.
Yeah,
she was 96, bro. But RP to her. But like I said though, that was crazy news off that thing. But like I said though, what was I saying? Now I'm having a brain fart, bro. It's crazy. That's crazy.
Just more salt on the wound.
Yeah.
And what's so good about that? Carson Wentz played great all season until that moment right there.
I don't know about great. He was okay.
No. But listen, he had a great touchdown to interception rate.
He had missed.
I got to get a man credit. That man wasn't bad last year. That man was pretty solid.
He brought the Colts offense to some places that hasn't been brought.
Yeah, no, like I said,
I'm not saying he was as good as Andrew Luck, but the offense was as dynamic.
He was a part of the scenario. He didn't turn the ball over. He did what he had to do to win. Now, for his probably one of his best touchdown to interception ratio last year, man. You don't get that without Carson Wentz, especially. No, it's
a lot of missed interceptions.
I know it's Jonathan Taylor. I know you're gonna say the hit was Jonathan Taylor, but I mean, like I said, he did what he had to do. He did what he had to do until the last game. He kind of had a brain for it the last game. So, defensive players that we're looking for tonight in this Rams defense. Slay, what you looking for this Rams defense tonight?
The Rams defense. What's good, Big Simple? But the Rams defense. Bro, that's hella tough. I mean, Bobby Wagner won because he's the newest addition to that defense. How do you have Bobby Wagner, Jalen Ramsey, and Aaron Donald all in the same defense? Bro, that's crazy. And the funny thing is, like, they were top 30 in the top 100. That is crazy, bro. All of them, they have 3 players that were in the top 30 in the top 100. Like, that's crazy, bro. And I think this Rams defense is just gonna get better this season. I think losing Von Miller was a huge factor, yeah, but let's be honest, who opened up that hole for him just to get them sacks? Aaron Donald. So yeah, man, I think it's gonna be a good game. But honestly, I want to see Bobby Wagner, and I'm trying to think of someone else. Ramsey, of course.
Troy Hill.
They do got Troy Hill. Do they still got Taylor Rapp? Do they still got
Yeah.
Rapp?
Yeah, they got
I like Rapp. I like he's solid, bro.
Oh, how about Leonard Floyd?
Oh yeah. I forgot they had Leonard Floyd too. They so good. They so good, man. You forget who was on their team. They so good, man.
Yeah.
Besides Donald Wagner, then you forget about you forget about Leonard Floyd, who's a pretty solid pass rusher as well. So what you looking for in this Rams defense today?
I'm looking for Aaron Donald, man. I know it's like the most basic answer, but like, can this Bills interior line stop Donald? I don't know if they could. I know the Bills offense line is solid. I know they probably could. They double, triple team him, maybe chip him with the back. Even when Donald's on the outside, chip him with the tight end or something. But Donald, man, if Donald gets going, he stops that run game, and Ramsey is shutting down Stephon Diggs. I mean, some of those other guys are going to have to step up. Allen's going to have to run around. Allen can run around and throw. We know that, but our quarterback is much worse under pressure than they are, than not. But some quarterbacks just are completely, not knock that out of the park. Oh my gosh.
Don't think about the coach, man, last year. Don't think
Come on.
Right, yeah.
Yo, coach gonna always add insult to injury, bro.
I got to, man. I got to mess with y'all.
It's good, but Josh Allen could defeat the pressure. It's just hitting him good. When it doesn't matter what quarterback it is. When you hit them good, when you hit them hard, that timer in their head gets a little shaky. They start to get a little shaky. Some don't, some come back, but still, just hitting them still makes a big deal. Still makes a big difference because they know you're there.
Yeah, definitely. All right, we're going to switch to the Bills side of the ball. Then we got some over and unders that we're going to get to on some individuals and the quarterbacks. Now, I got Fishing Football. What's good, man? The college expert, man.
Yo, what's good, Fishing? How you doing, bro?
Football, man, to get some college in. Man, y'all do that, man. This guy's a master at college, man. And I got to get on his show one night, man. So, shout out to my boy Fishing Football. So Bills defense, Slay, what you got for me on the Bills defense? We watching on this defense for the Buffalo Bills.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Of course, Kyer Elam now because he's the CB1 that's gonna cover not Stephon Diggs. I'm thinking about their team. Cooper Kupp. He's the young buck. He's a rookie in the locker room, so he has to go up against Cooper Kupp his first game. And that's just not fair, bro. So we'll see what happens, man. But like I said, I'll say Kyer Elam, and I want to throw out one more player. Coach Vic said Ed Oliver in the chat. I think that's a pretty good one.
Yep, that's a pretty solid.
I'm trying to think of one more.
You have Milano Edmonds.
I was just about to say Tremaine Edmonds.
Poyer, you have to get safeties too.
Yeah.
Keep Kupp from getting over top too.
Yeah, you probably got the best safety tournament in the National Football League.
They didn't allow no deep ball passes.
Yeah,
constantly. They were number one at that. Like defensively in the secondary, they didn't allow anything down the field like too deep. So, and remember last year. The first game that the Rams played last year, that's that one thing that they were doing a lot. That rollout to the right, just launch it to Van Jefferson, to Cooper Kupp. That's what they were doing week one. So they I don't think you will see too much of that tonight because that secondary is just elite.
That's one of the best secondaries that I see.
It's the second best secondary.
That's a very good secondary, man. And you don't want to joke around with that secondary. So. About the Washington Football. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you get this off.
I was just gonna say that safety is gonna be the reason why they stop Kupp. That's gonna be one of the reasons, like the biggest reasons to why they can stop Kupp. But I don't know if you could stop him because he could still beat you in the middle of the field. So yeah, but I don't know who's gonna cover Kupp, bro, because it's just not gonna be a fun night forever. Kupp guards Kupp.
Yep. So we got Pyro in the chat. We got two Washington football teams. Commanders, I say football team. Golly, they switched up their name so many times.
Real, bro.
Yeah, they probably lead the NFL and switch names. switch names so far. So we got Big Simple, man, who we see this week. We both, me and JDW both got to see the Commanders this year. And we got we got the other guy in the chat, man. Shout out to y'all. So both of these quarterbacks, Josh Allen and we got Matthew Stafford. Which one of them have an opportunity to win MVP? Which one of these guys who would you take if you had to put your money out there out of these two guys? Who would you guys bet on to win MVP? If you
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen. It's just too easy, bro.
Matthew Stafford is very good throwing. He's very good throwing. Josh Allen is as well. But Josh Allen has the running upside as well.
Yep.
Much more running upside. Josh Allen had like over 700 rushing yards last year, I think.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Yep. I definitely can agree on that part of the end. So, they got also the Rams got Kyrie Williams in the draft from out of Notre Dame. How do you guys see him fit in this offense behind Cam Akers?
You want to go first?
Yeah, I'll take that one first. Damn. I think he'll be more of a receiving threat, to be honest with you. Cam Akers is going to do the dirty work in that offense because, the reason I feel like this is so tough is because Sean McVay's offense is so, different. It's so much different into your, normal West Coast offense. He can literally add anything to it. He sprinkles a lot of things into it. So, I think Hiron's going to be more of a receiving back his first couple of years. Behind
like Nyheim Hines?
Yeah, just like Nyheim Hines. Yeah. And that's actually who I was comparing what's his name to? Kenneth Gainwell. That's who I was comparing Kenneth Gainwell to Nyheim Hines. Yeah. Right. And yeah, I think Cam Akers gonna be more the dirty work back, and Akers just gonna help what's his name out in the receiving game. But yeah, that's how I feel about it.
All right, yeah, I like to see a lot of two-back sets with Akers and Kyron because you get the best of both worlds. Akers has a lot of power, can get in the middle, can get in the outside. He's a very good runner. I think Akers is an incredibly talented runner, just can't stay healthy. And then you have Kyron Williams. You have to watch both of them. One can run really well. Actually both can run really well, but Akers is a better runner, but Kyron Williams is a better catcher out of the backfield. So then I think you get the best of both worlds. When you have two backs on the backfield like that, you keep the defense on balance.
Yeah, definitely. Big Simple basically said that Matthew Stafford more of a simple quarterback, more of a system quarterback. He's more of a system quarterback. Vic 3 said long live the king. Pyro says salute. So the chat, go ahead, Slay. What you about
to say? Live, not live.
Oh, my bad.
You good.
So we got the heavyweight fight at the receiver and cornerback position between Jalen Ramsey and Stephon Diggs. Man, this is going to be a heavyweight boxing match right here. This is going to be Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford fight right here. Basically between these two, we got the best, probably one of the best route runner in the league for me. Stephon Diggs is the best route runner in the National Football League for me on my eyes. But we got the most physical corner, Jalen Ramsey. If he plays up, he can beat you up off the line of scrimmage. If you can't get physical with him, you would not get off that line of scrimmage. I'm telling you that much. If you don't get his hands off him, he's gonna beat you up at the line of scrimmage. He can win so many ways. So what are you guys looking for in this matchup? And who's gonna win tonight? Who's gonna win this battle tonight? I know Stephon Diggs is gonna get some catches. I know Ramsey is gonna stop. But who's gonna win this fight tonight? Who's gonna win this boxing matchup between these two guys?
I think.
Go ahead, JW. Go ahead.
All right. I think Diggs is going to win this matchup. I think Ramsey is awesome. I absolutely love Ramsey. He's a very good corner, but the thing is, I'm taking Diggs because this is an offensive driven league with Josh Allen. When you have a connection with Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs, you can throw it off a cut. Even though Ramsey is smart, he knows when the cut is coming. He knows what Josh Allen and Diggs want to do as well. But it's so difficult, no matter how good the coverage is. No matter how good the player is, it's so difficult to stop a player's, connection between Diggs and Allen. It's so difficult to stop that because they know each other. They know what they want to do, and they know some things that they could exploit. Ramsey does as well. But I think just because the league is so offensive driven, so geared towards the offense, I think Diggs has a better chance to win. But if the Rams defensive front gets in there, could make Josh Allen maybe have maybe do it. Maybe they have a miscommunication, and then maybe that's the difference. But I think Stephon Diggs is going to win this matchup tonight.
Damn, bro, you stole the words right out of my mouth. Damn, bro. That's literally what I was just about to say. I'm gonna pick Stephon Diggs too. It's no disrespect to Ramsey. I think he's the best corner in the league, soon to be the number 2 corner in the league because Jair Alexander is gonna be one by the end of the season. I'm a huge fan of Jair. That's actually my favorite player in the league. So I'm not gonna be too biased with him, but like I said, Ramsey's still the number 1 corner in the league. But that Super Bowl showed a lot. Like it literally showed a lot. If you could beat him over the top, you hit a post corner on him, you hit a slot fade on him, he's gonna get beat. And that's just how it is with Ramsey. And remember the last time Ramsey went up against like a silky smooth route runner and Devontae Adams, that boy got worked, bro. And like I said, Big Fritz, you capping. Stop this lies right here. Stop the lies. Stop the lies. Anyway, though, like I
Come
said,
on, Trayvon Diggs is the best in the league, man.
But like I was saying, Ramsey, he has his struggles. And like I said, the last time he played a silky smooth route runner, he got kind of cooked. Like people were saying based off the stats, it didn't look like Devontae Adams killed them. But when you watch that tape, it tells a different story. So yeah, he definitely got burnt on a couple routes that Aaron Rodgers just didn't see. But that one route he hit this like he came back like a comeback route. He faked Ramsey so bad. Like he had him slipping. He shook him out his boots, bro. Like it was so bad. And then when he cut inside, Ramsey kind of tackled him, but that route was clean. Adams reminds me of like a basketball player with the way he crosses up some defenders on that field with his route running and his release. So expect a lot of silky smooth routes tonight. And couple slot fades because that's what worked with the Bengals. So Sean McDermott might pick that apart and use it into this game.
Yeah. Raider Bob was good. He's a Raider fan. Raider Bob was good, man. Looking forward to seeing the Raiders. Man, I think they're gonna have a solid season. He said, Big Fred said AJ Terrell better than Jair Alexander. Nah, I got him. I'll say
he's being biased, bro.
People I know most people may not feel AJ Terrell top 5 corner, but I got it as a surprise for me because people don't look at how good this man is. But like I say, JDW mentioned it earlier. If you ain't winning football games, you're not gonna get really mentioned that much if you're not winning football games. So that Atlanta organization is just not a good team, not a good organization right now as of right now. But AJ Terrell is good, but he's no better. He's not better than Jair Alexander. And he said, "You did give up 1,000."
Yeah. I was just playing. I didn't really mean that.
Yeah, he was.
Really
so we got Allen Robinson. We got Allen Robinson for the Rams. That's a key contributor. Basically, they got him from Robert Woods, who they basically traded. But do y'all see Allen Robinson having a step up season or 1,000 yards this year? If you had to predict a stat line from Allen Robinson, give me a stat line from if you had to predict touchdowns, yards, but if that's 1,000 or not, catches. Now I'm not take the catches about the equation. Just give me the yards and the touchdowns. If you had to predict it.
Go ahead,
I'll say I'll say about 1,000 yards, like not on the dot, about 1,064 or something like that. Because I don't think he'll have more than Cup for sure, but he'll definitely be up there because of how many games like a couple get double teamed, and this is definitely a game that they're gonna get double teamed. Because of the fact that Tre'Davious White is hurt, they're gonna double team him because you don't want to just rely on a rookie. That's gonna hurt you and cost you. So I expect Tre'Davious White. I mean, not Tre'Davious White. Allen Robinson to get a lot of yards this season.
Yeah, I expect that too. I'm just interested to see the longevity of Matthew Stafford
Yeah.
within this season. I'm really interested to see how that tendonitis affects him throughout the season. You know, if the fatigue is going to play a factor or not, because that's on I have in my notes. I want to watch that and pay close attention to, because tendonitis takes a while to heal, and it's painful. It's very painful, and if it's not healed all the way, fatigue will take its toll. So, but assuming Matthew Stafford is fine all season, I'm going to go at 12 touchdowns, 1,200 yards, around 80 receptions. I think that's fair. I think he's going to have a lot of volume. A lot of teams are going to cover Cup a lot, so it's going to leave Robinson open, or vice versa. But I'd rather double team Cup than Rob. But that's not. But I'm not underestimating the power of Robinson. He's still incredible. It's just, Cup is just way more dynamic. I think right now at this point. But assuming Stafford doesn't play the full season, I could see him getting maybe just below 1,000, maybe 8-9 touchdowns. But that's still, pretty good.
Yeah.
Yep. So, like I say, we got the other side of the ball, and we got a guy that people been talking about a lot this offseason just because of the big performance he had against the Kansas City Chiefs. And we know who this guy is, Gabriel Davis. We talking about Gabriel Davis. And we talking about Dawson Knox, who did just get a deal, 4 years, $53 million. So give me you guys takes on Gabriel Davis and how is he going to do this season. Can he continue to have success after the game that he had against the Chiefs and Dawson Knox contract? What do you guys think about that? Slay, you want to take that one on?
Yeah. I think it's gonna be pretty good for Gabriel Davis tonight, because who is the number 2 corner for the Rams that I'm drawing a blank on? I know they lost Darius Williams to the Jaguars. So I don't remember there too, but like I said, Gabriel Davis, he's gonna have a good game, because they're gonna go off of that one game and probably, shed one defender on him. And whenever Diggs gets double teamed, that'll only leave Davis open. But maybe the Rams look at Gabriel Davis and remember that playoff game he had and actually put a couple defenders on him. And then leave Diggs open, and that's not good for them either. So it's like your pick or choose. But Dawson Knox, I'm proud of the dude. He played amazing. He's better than Mike Gesicki. One person believes that Mike Gesicki is the best tight end in the league. So yeah, look at JDW's reaction. Yeah. So that says it all. Like, Dawson Knox he's a beast, bro. So, and I'm trying to think. I think he is the best tight end in the AFC East right now. He's got to be the best tight end in the East.
That's a good take, but there's still some good tight ends in New England. You got Jonathan Smith and Hunter Henry. But
yeah,
I do think Knox is more dynamic, but he also has a quarterback that's like 100 times better than Mac Jones.
That is very true. Them catches he be making on the sideline, though, it's impressive. He be making a lot of catches that just overfade. Like, he catches a lot of good passes. And yes, rightfully so. Like, you got a really good quarterback with the accurate arm. So it's gonna happen like that. But yeah, I think Gabriel Davis has a good game, and that was a good contract for what's his name? Drawing a blank again, Dawson Knox.
Yeah, man. Dawson Knox is a very good tight end, man. Like I say, that playoff game against the New England Patriots showed a lot of it, showed a lot of his playmaking ability, Like I said, man, hey, and then like I say, man, that's a good tight end, man. Gabriel Davis, I can see him coming along strong after last year. He became a big time weapon in the divisional round against the Kansas City Chiefs. Nobody really expected that. But do you guys see? It's an interesting question about the Bills running back core. They did drop James Cook. A lot of people say they like a running game, but to me, I just feel like they don't use it as much because the offense is factored around Josh Allen. Do y'all see James Cook taking Devin Singletary's spot somewhere during the season somewhere during the season. Do y'all can either see that happen? And is the running game really a weakness for the Buffalo Bills? And what you guys think about James Cook coming into this team? And do you feel like he's going to be running back some point this season?
I think it is absolutely a weakness. I'm not a fan of any of these running backs, Moss, Singletary, nor James Cook. In the run game, James Cook is very good in the receiving game. Run game, there's a lot to be desired. I want to see more from him in the run game. I want to see what he can do between the tackles, guards. I want to see how that develops. I think he was the best receiving back out of last year. I'm going to go ahead and say that. I think he's an elite receiving back. I think he could be an elite receiving back. But, Singletary, not a fan of him, not a fan of Moss. I think Cook can take over as a number one back just because of how, of how much more dynamic he could be running the ball and catching the ball. You can't get much worse than Singletary and Moss, in my opinion. And I know Singletary has his games and Moss has her games, but I would rather a faster guy, a more dynamic guy that is more elusive. I would rather that guy out there than Singletary or Moss. I'm just, I don't know. And I think it is weakness for this Bills team going into the season. Very difficult to control the game if you can't run the ball as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think it's going to be a running back by committee, like Big Simple said. I'm a huge fan of James Cook. But like you said, yeah, sometimes in open space, like he kind of plays like his brother, in my opinion. Except his brother plays a little bit more tough. I mean, I don't know. I think James Cook plays a little bit more tough. I think Cook is more like he plays the same way, but it's like I just think Cook is just more like dynamic down the field with his legs because he's hella fast. I don't think James Cook is that fast, but when he catches up to his speed and he goes downfield, yeah, because Dalvin Cook is his brother. He plays exactly like his brother. James Cook and Dalvin Cook, the way they emulate, like they play kind of the same. And I think Dalvin Cook would tell you the same thing if he's seen him too. I think he has said that before, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I don't think I'm the only one that said this before, but yeah, James Cook in a way he kind of plays like his brother, and between the tackles, that's where he like really goes, downhill and whatnot. And then like when he gets in that receiving game, he kills you. It's gonna be a bad night for anyone.
Yeah, and I think that's a good
Go
point
ahead.
you make. That could be a running back by committee. I think James Cook could be in there like all the time. I like to see a lot of two backs. That's what kind of what I said about Cam Akers and Kyron Williams. I like to see that with the Bills running backs because I think James Cook is mostly going to be the receiving back. I don't think Singletary or Moss really have that much upside or as much upside as James Cook in the passing game. But having the two back set, I think they're going to roll with the hot hand and the other guy. Either Moss or Singletary. Whoever has a hot hand, I think they're going to get more playing time. And then Cook's always being the receiving guy. Cook sometimes running the ball as well. Cook proves to be a good running, good runner. I'm all for him being the number one back.
Yep. But definitely agree with y'all on that. So it's an interesting. Well, here you go, right here. Big Simple said Kyle Pitts is already top 5 in the National Football League. Is already top 5 in the National Football League. They didn't even question the JDW. He immediately shook his head.
I think Kyle Pitts is gonna have the greatest single season tight end season ever. And I'm being completely honest. I'm sorry, JDW. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. Cooper Kupp proved it last year. He did it last year as the receiver position. And Kyle Pitts plays like a receiver. And he's a tight end and whatnot. Go ahead.
I like that take. I don't know about best single season of all time, but I think he could have an amazing season because
for tight ends.
Marcus Mariota is good with his tight ends. If you remember a guy named Delaney Walker, he had a he had some good seasons. Yeah. But I'm just not sure if Mariota, he's not really an upgrade at quarterback. But I don't know. I don't know what Mariota. I know he did go with who I just mentioned, Delaney, but I don't know if he can do this with Pitts. And I think Pitts is way better than Delaney.
And I think the thing with my take is, with me saying that, I don't think Kyle Pitts is top 5 yet, to be quite honest with you. I think he's 7. I'm sorry. Let
me guess, you have Dallas Goedert over him.
Yes. Dallas Goedert. All right, hold up. Let me defend my case, coach. Let me defend my case. To me, when you look at a tight end, you have to look at it this way. When it comes to overall play, even when you talk about relevancy, Dallas Goedert is a better blocker. He's gonna kill you in the red zone, right? And
Pitts isn't.
No, he is. He is. But let's go off of last year. In the red zone, I
Okay,
think
Pitts was better last year.
yeah, no, that's not true. That's
Oh
not
my
true.
goodness,
No,
I think so.
No, Dallas Goedert was one in route running efficiency for tight ends and blocking too. And the blocking game, he was one too. So he was one in both spots. So I'm just saying, I'm throwing that out there. But I think
you're throwing all right.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm thinking Kyle Pitts is gonna be better than him by the end of the year. But like I said, I think Kyle Pitts will be the best tight end in the league by the end of the year. So
Dallas who?
Well,
but
Kyle,
yeah,
he may not drop the ball more than Dallas Goedert do. Dallas Goedert just drop the ball.
Yeah, Goddard drops the ball. That's one thing he does.
How are you gonna be better than Pitts if you just drop wide open pass?
They be wide open. Yep, they be wide open when he drop it. They do.
Yes, I get that. I get that. But that don't prove that. That don't prove
Pitts
that.
Be out here catching like one-handers like 2 times a game.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. But I'm not gonna call him better yet. I want to see. I mean, like I say, Jamar Chase is top 5. But with Kyle Pitts, I feel like there's a couple better tight ends than him. But I think he'll be better than those tight ends by the end.
Eagles fans are starting to take over from the Cowboys.
But I think
who do you have better than Kyle Pitts right now? Like
right now, all right. Let me name the names. Travis Kelce. Well, Kelsey's not one for me. Kelsey's not one for me. George Kittle is one for me. George Kittle, Travis Kelce, Mark Andrews, Darren Waller. Hey, appreciate it. Yo, look at this.
So ECG with the $10 dono. You talking about I broke up.
He sent you off. My man sent you. Yeah, I'm like, appreciate it.
Shout out to my guy, ECG.
Yo, appreciate it, ECG. You appreciate that, bro.
Go ahead.
Yeah, yo, that's how. That's how. Yo, I swear, that's how Chris Ballard be like every offseason. I'm broke of how conservative he is, bro. I'm broke, bro. That's how he be like in the offseason.
Go ahead.
Like, my wife is gonna be so mad. But I was saying though, George Kittle, Travis Kelce, Mark Andrews, Darren Waller, TJ Hawkinson is better. Look at his face.
Darren Waller can't even stay on the field. He can't even stay on the field.
Yo.
Okay, so I'm gonna go like Kelce, Andrews, Kittle,
and
Waller, Andrews.
Yeah,
you know, I'm not putting in any specific order, but Kelce is 1. I'm gonna put that out there right there. I think Pitts is like 6, so maybe not top 5, but he's a top 5 talent. There's just a lot of
for sure.
top tight ends.
Top 5 talent at the tight end position, but. You sleeping on Hawkinson, bro. You're sleeping.
So I'm a bad track this statement and see. Let's see before we move on. Michael Gesicki, how many tight ends you got better than Michael Gesicki? Go ahead, Slay. Name
32.
Like, all right.
No.
Kittle, Kelce, Andrews, Hawkinson, Waller, Goddard, Pitts, Dawson Knox, Zach Ertz. Brevin Jordan, Hell no. Him. I'm definitely missing a couple more.
Let me see. I'm gonna look up some tight end rankings and just see.
There's a couple that are better than him.
Got a Waller,
Dalton Schultz, maybe. Dawson Knox.
You gonna make
Dawson Knox is better. Hunter Henry is better. Yep, Hunter Henry's better.
Tanyan.
Tanyan is better. Noah Fant.
You can make a case for me.
Noah Fant. Yep.
How about Uzama? I'd go with Uzama over him.
Uzama.
Case,
but I don't think he's just better yet. I'll give that one to Gesicki. But you could definitely make a case for like why?
We had to get up in this ECG sunk probably his last $10 because his wife got sunk probably his last $10 right there.
Yeah. That's some Chris Ballard stuff right there. I don't got no much money left in the offseason, bro. So I gotta just spend it on one player.
We'll see
really
what we'll see what Chris Ballard says then.
Huh?
We'll see what Chris Ballard says after we play.
Oh man.
Yeah, so we go up into this before we get to the meaty gritty.
Yeah, we mentioned
over and under. That's the missing over and under. We're gonna go with that. So give me, if you can count in the NFC, how many handful of teams, how many that can keep the Rams from getting back to the Super Bowl? If you can name those handful of teams, name them. We're gonna start with you, JDW.
Oh man. All right.
Just
So
a warning. Just a warning. Just don't say Dallas. Keep Dallas out of this. We're gonna have to keep Dallas out of this. We just
I'm not saying Philly either.
Yeah,
So let's keep Philly out of this.
I know. I'm not gonna be biased either. I'm not gonna.
I don't know. I think Philly could be really good. I think they could get a lot of wins. Playoffs, I don't know. I want to see Hurts be able to throw the ball. You know, good defensive coordinators are going to be able to take the runaway if you can't throw the ball well. But if you can throw the ball well, I'll give Hurts the benefit of the doubt. I think Hurts can do well. I don't know better than the Rams well, but Vikings. I think the Vikings are going to have an amazing offense. You know, the Packers with Aaron Rodgers are going to be good. The Niners, I think if Trey Lance is decent, he's going to be difficult to game plan for. Even though he may not be the best passer, he may, he'll get better. But they did bring back Jimmy G. I heard Lance wasn't too happy about that or something. I don't know if that was true or not, but nonetheless, that makes the guy want to play better even more. So maybe bringing Jimmy G back gives him a reason to play better, to keep on working harder, because outside of, if Jimmy G wasn't coming back, there's no one behind him, so he didn't have to worry too much. Now he has to worry. Now he has to play good if he wants to keep that spot. Anyone else? I don't think so.
Damn, you don't disrespect the Buccaneers. Wow.
Oh, the Bucks.
I was about to say.
I mean, the Bucks are really good. The injuries, I'm interested to see if the injuries catch up with them, because, it doesn't even seem like Brady. Brady's having the issue with his wife and everything, playing football. I don't know what's going to go on there, but I don't know, man. I think the Bucks could compete. I'm just not sure with the injuries. I don't know, but they could, but.
I agree with what Vic said. We got the potential. We ain't there yet, but we got the potential.
Potential. Yeah. I agree.
I know. I honestly think we're losing to y'all this year. The Colts. We losing to the Colts this year, and that's. I think. It's
how are you gonna come out saying, "Oh, Chris Ballard is damn cheap"?
No,
the Colts are gonna beat us.
No, I never. That's not the thing.
Like what?
Me personally, I think Ballard is the best GM in football, but he's too conservative. That's the one thing that I don't like about him. He's a little too conservative. Bro, he like ECG right now with the broke thing. Like, he always does that, bro. He signs.
Hey. Jalen Reagor over Justin Jefferson every day, baby.
No, my goodness.
Come on, dog. Come on.
I hope we go to the Vikings and do good. I hope we go to the Vikings and do good, so we can look at the Eagles and be like, why every time someone leaves,
I hate you,
why
you gotta always do that?
Why other organizations developing our goddamn players that we had? I want to see that. I really would like to see that. But go ahead, Slay. Go ahead.
That ain't fair. Personally,
what's not fair?
Yeah. What's up, Jose? I didn't even see you. My bad.
What's not fair?
That ain't fair, bro. That's just not fair. Why you got to do that, Coach?
I'm just saying. Hey, if you look at the history, it happened. If you look at the
what was the question, Coach?
Give me the teams that
teams that's
getting back.
The Buccaneers, if their O-line stays healthy throughout the season,
I'll be right back.
The Niners 1,000%. Because like JDW said, if you can develop Trey Lance and they can prove to you that they can beat you with Jimmy Garoppolo, imagine you develop Trey Lance up, bro. The things that he could do to them, it's gonna be crazy, man. And I'll also say the Packers did it last year, but with them losing Devontae Adams, I think that's going to kill them. But I don't think A-Rod needs Devontae Adams, man. I'll say that's so tough, man. Those two, and I'll throw someone out there. The Saints. I think the Saints could definitely give a run for their money. I don't think they'll beat them, but they'll definitely give them a run for their money. With us, I feel like it's still improving because we don't know what Jalen Hurts is yet. So I won't throw us out there until I know what Jalen Hurts is.
Yep. So we
Even though our
almost
team is really good.
Yep. So we almost at the just about the tail end of this show. We almost we don't get into some quick over and unders, and we don't get up out of here because my boy ECG got his show at 6:00 my time, and I will be at practice 6:00 my time. I also will be doing a live play-by-play.
It's me, Vic. I think it's me.
I think Don coming back.
Don's gonna be on there. And ECG, right? Yes.
Yeah. And, we got the live play-by-play tonight. Bills and Rams. Key will hold it down for me until I get out of practice. I get out of practice at least 8, so I'm not gonna miss too much, but 30 minutes of the ball game pretty much, and I'll be doing the rest of the stream. But other than that, man, give me some teams. I know it's a lot of teams in the AFC that can prevent this from happening from the Buffalo Bills. Not too much, probably for the Rams in the NFC. But you can name a handful of teams that can really compete with the Buffalo Bills and very much stop them from getting to the AFC Championship. So give me the best odds to beat the Buffalo Bills and to preventing them from getting to where they want to go. In
a couple teams.
Oh, AFC. Go ahead.
So you saying like a couple teams that could beat them?
Yeah, give me a handful of teams that you're giving them that's going to have a shot against them, and
All right, definitely not the Colts. No, I'm playing. I'm playing, bro. I'm playing.
Keep it up.
I'll say the Chiefs. Mahomes is gonna do things to that defense. I'll say the Chargers. The Chargers. Never want to sleep on them. Even though they choke a lot throughout there, but I have the Chargers going to the AFC Championship.
Ew.
You think you're better than the Chargers?
No, I'm not saying we're better. I just think the Chargers, I want to see them actually make the playoffs and whatever.
Okay. I get that.
They're unstable. The franchise is unstable. Even with Rivers, they struggle a lot. Mm-hmm. I mean, Herbert is miles ahead of Rivers, I think. People may get mad if I say that.
Yeah, ceiling
wise, he is. But I want to see Chargers run defense needs to get better. If that run defense is not improved, I don't know if they're going to make the playoffs. That's a bold prediction, but if you can't stop the run, the easiest thing to do on offense, then you can't stop the opponent from running the clock. They can control the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
Got to get better too. Coaches got to get done. Staley got to get better too. On stop going for it on every down, fourth down there is. He does got to get better at coaching as well. So the run game got to get better. They were terrible in the run game, and the coaching got to get better. The head coach has to be better. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Chargers, the Raiders, the Chiefs, damn near the entire AFC West. Damn. The Ravens. They're always going to be a threat to anyone in that conference. I don't know, man. I'm not going to say the Steelers. Bengals, because they just made the Super Bowl. I'm not going to count on them. Count them out. Yeah, and that's the several teams that I think can definitely factor on in that.
All right, go ahead, JDW.
Man, I kind of agree with Big Play. The Bills are such a talented team. I think they're a talented team in the NFL. They're the most complete team. The offensive line could use a little bit of work, but it's it's enough to get them by. We saw the Rams win the Super Bowl with an above average offensive line last year. But in the playoffs, that offensive line became elite. I don't know, man. If the Chargers could stop the run, if the Chargers can run the ball a little bit, I think the Chargers have a chance. I think the Broncos have a chance. I think the Broncos could run much better. Javonte Williams, Melvin Gordon. They have many backs that could just run hard and run all game. And they have two. So it's not like they're going to get tired out throughout the season. They're going to get even cuts. I think they should get even cuts. Maybe Javonte Williams get the slate a little bit more because Williams showed that he was so damn efficient last year. I don't know. Both backs could stay fresh throughout the entire game, but don't forget they play each other twice during the season. So seeing them for a third matchup, they're really going to know each other. So, and it's a division. Raiders, I like the Raiders. I like Derek Carr. The defense is an issue. That's why I'm not putting the Raiders in that conversation. If the defense was a little better, maybe. I I'm not a fan of the defense, but I do like Chandler Jones. I do like some of the things they have. Chandler Jones, Max Crosby, that can make the rest of the defense better. But you need a better secondary because the Chiefs, the other team that's going to be the opponent to the Bills, the best chance to get past them. They have a good offensive line. If you have a good offensive line, you're beating the Raiders. You're going to beat that defense without an issue. Offense is a little more troubling. You have Renfro, Jacobs, Waller, Adams. There's so many weapons, and Derek Carr is going to be just fine. But defense is what scares me about the Raiders. Other than that, the Bengals I think are a good one. They could get after the quarterback. I want to see how they're going to do. When losing the Super Bowl, I think they're going to be fine because I think Joe Burrow isn't going to let this team have a Super Bowl hangover. Joe Burrow is going to make sure that this team is up and ready every single week, no matter what. Mm-hmm. I think Baltimore is an okay option, but Baltimore hasn't shown much in the playoffs. Other than that, man, I don't really know. Maybe the Browns if. I don't know what's going on with Watson right now. What's going on with Watson? Yeah. I haven't kept up with Watson.
When Watson plays, they definitely for sure. But I don't know about bro. That's just not gonna be there.
Yeah, but dude, that defense is loaded.
A couple questions.
Wait, before we go, Coach, I just want to say one thing because you was bringing up the O-line. I got a question for you because. Our teams are about the O-line. Do you think the Colts got the best O-line in football?
No.
Who's one?
Like, who's the best offensive line in football?
Yeah.
I think the Chiefs are up there. I think the Chiefs offensive line is elite.
One?
I think they're elite. One?
He trying to get you to say the Eagles.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. I think the Eagles could have a chance for one.
This is facts.
The Eagles definitely have one of the best,
if
not the best. But I think the Chiefs have a very good offensive line too. Trey Smith, Orlando Brown. Yeah, dude, the Chiefs offensive line.
Yeah, you sleeping on the Chiefs.
Very
they
good.
got Creed Humphrey, Orlando.
Chiefs
Brown.
offensive line is
Creed
Humphrey, Orlando Brown, Trey Smith. Yeah. They had an All-Pro center too, which is wild. And then they had another guard who was wild good. That Chiefs offensive line is elite. They're definitely top 5.
And
but that Chiefs offense line cost us the Super Bowl 2 years ago, or like 1 year ago. You know what I mean? It was a little while ago.
Mm-hmm. So we got Vic saying Derwin James, Khalil Mack, Nick Bosa, Santi Samuel Jr. play together. Basically, he said they're gonna be if they all can play together, they could be fine. They're gonna be good. But we got a couple more questions. I'm gonna end up. We're gonna go to some couple of over and unders on the game tonight before we get up out of here. I got practice in an hour or two, and I know we all can't wait to see the game. I'm gonna be doing it live. So we got the first heavyweight fight of this year, man, and on Thursday, man. So again, we got over and under. This is gonna be some of them gonna be based on season, some of them gonna be based on the game tonight. So I want to go with Jalen Ramsey. Over or under 5 interceptions this year for Jalen Ramsey?
Under.
Yeah, I agree.
I say under because he's so locked down. Teams won't want to throw to him. They're going to choose to throw to other corners. But if the defensive line of the Rams plays very well, they're going to. There's a chance he goes over. Like, there's a solid chance. But Ramsey was never a big interception guy. He could get a lot of interceptions, but teams just don't want to throw his way. And I don't blame them. I wouldn't either.
Honestly, I'll switch my answer up. I'll say over. I think he'll have.
Did the defensive line change it?
Nah, I think it'll be the fact that because what people saw in the or just defensive coordinators saw in the Super Bowl, when you go a slot fade on Jalen Ramsey, and because he switches up from time to time, he goes on the other side of the field, and then he goes back to one side, and then sometimes in the nickel. I think he'll go from the nickel guarding the slot, and because they know that he can't stop that slot fade with a really fast receiver on the outside, and a guy that can beat you on the post corner, then someone's going to try that out. And I would not be surprised if it's the first game they play the Bills. So I think it'll be 50-50. He gave up 1,000 yards last year. People People don't know that. He gave up more than Trayvon Diggs did. Like in terms of coverage, he gave up more than Trayvon Diggs did. And people want to talk about Diggs getting burnt. We got to talk about Ramsey getting burnt too. He was getting burnt like toast out there last year. I'm sorry, but he wasn't getting beat consistently. Like in back games. But it'll show from time to time. But yeah, if he can't stay or stop that post corner fade where they just throw it up to him, I think it'll be a 50-50 where he gets a couple batted downs. The receiver might get it, and then he might get an interception.
All right, so here we go. Another interesting one. We're gonna go Bobby Wagner. Now I know this year. Now I know that it's no doubt where he's gonna get over 100 tackles this year because he's all over the place. He's gonna be heavily involved in the run game and all around the football. But tonight, over under 10 tackles tonight for Bobby Wagner.
Ooh, that's a tough one. That's a tough one because if the Rams get that run game going, I could absolutely see it. The Rams keep trying to get that run game open. I'm gonna say over.
Over, okay. Yeah, I agree with that. I think it'll be over too.
Yeah, I like that one because he's all over football. I agree. He can very much go over 10 tackles tonight. That's why I had to add. I don't care if, like, the season he's going to have over 120-something tackles. Last year he had way over 100, so that's why I didn't bring the season part. Just brought him tonight. So we're going Aaron Donald. We know he's gonna have a double-digit sacks this year. But tonight against a mobile quarterback and Josh Allen who can move around, over under 2 sacks. 2 sacks tonight, 2.5, 2.5 sacks tonight.
I'll say under that because them double teams. But he is playing a team with. I'm not gonna say the Bills have a terrible O-line, but they don't have a great O-line. They're literally mid. So I'll say he gets a sack, but I don't think it's gonna be repetitively. He'll definitely get a lot of pressures on Josh Allen, and get to him. But he won't get the sack because of how big Josh Allen is too. Like, hey, Donald could definitely get to him. though. He proved that a couple years ago when they faced off in week 3 or week 2, was it? But yeah, I think it'll come to like 1 sack.
I'm going over. I think Donald has. I think Donald has a huge game. I just have the feeling, if they're gonna. I don't know. I'm just gonna go over. I'm just gonna go with the gut feeling.
All right, so this is the one that I want. Here we go. Jalen Ramsey against Stephon Diggs. Over or under 100 yards for Stephon Diggs in a tub tonight.
Over.
Oh, yo, he said Jalen Ramsey about to get burnt, bro. He said he's gonna get that Jamar Chase.
Not burnt. I just think they're gonna throw a lot.
Oh, okay. I respect that. Jalen Ramsey, bro. Like I don't think he's gonna stop those routes that Stephon Diggs can time. Like if he hits you with that, like out, like I know Vic is over here saying under, and he said Diggs only had 2 games above 90 yards last season, but you're forgetting that how many times they double team Diggs, and a lot of them double teams came with him just beating guys, and they just had to put someone down so he doesn't beat them.
Now they're probably gonna leave him on an island.
Yep.
Ramsey.
If you leave him on an island on this game, 60 yards or less for Diggs. No. I don't think he'll have. Oh, he said 60 yards or less.
Probably tonight. He probably talking about tonight.
I disagree with that. I think he'll have at least 70 yards. And you gotta respect Stephon Diggs, bro. You're forgetting how good this man is. He's a top 5 receiver in my opinion.
Yeah, he is.
He has some of the cleanest routes. And if you remember, like I was saying earlier, Jalen Ramsey cannot stop those guys that have like timed routes, like Devontae Adams, and have like really good releases off that line. And Stephon Diggs with his release and that double cross that he can hit you with, it's kind of gonna be hard for Ramsey to stop because if he hits you with that, it's lights out because Diggs got that speed. So I'll say about 70. So under.
I'm going 8 receptions for 110 yards.
Respect.
Like I say, if that happens tonight, trust me, I'm gonna DM you and let you know you're right.
Yo, let Vic know.
We'll DM every both of y'all, and you see who got the most right up on this one. So again, we're gonna go with this one. So he gets over 100. He doesn't get over 100 yards.
Yo, Vic, coach. Before I'm gonna say this too, by the way. So before I don't get clipped and whatnot, I think he'll have 70 yards, but there's a huge potential that he gets over 100 yards. I think he could.
I think he's the best route runner. I think he's the best. If you know how to run routes, you're gonna be able to separate.
I don't know about best route runner.
I think he's the best route runner in the NFL.
I think he's
the best route.
I think Keenan Allen is a better route runner, and Devontae.
I got him as a top 3 route runner too. Yeah. I respect Keenan Allen.
Oh, Devontae Adams his double cross is just elite, bro.
Stephon Diggs do this against elite cornerbacks, man. He do this elite cornerbacks consistently, gets open, and his route running is just. I mean, if you seen what he did against. I mean, he made what you call look like a jackrabbit. He made Marshawn Lattimore just look like a jackrabbit on Thursday night. He made him just look like he was a rookie getting into the National Football League. So we're gonna go. We know how Matthew Stafford loves to force the ball down the field, and he loves to take a lot of chances. And JDW did mention that earlier, which is he does. He liked to do that. So we're gonna go over or under 2 picks tonight, 2 interceptions.
So the game in general, like both teams, or just
just Matthew Stafford, just Matthew Stafford, on him alone.
Over. No, I don't think he does over. I don't think he throws more than 2. Maybe 2. I don't know about over though. I think 2 is fair, but 3, I think that's a lot. Unless maybe the elbow is still bothering him. Maybe he's not 100%, and he does throw some off the mark, and maybe he does throw more than 2.
All right, Slay, what you think?
I'll say you said for both teams, right?
For 2, no, for just him, just Matthew Stafford, because he does like to take a lot of opportunities and chances.
I'll say over, because you're gonna throw it to Cup a lot, or you're gonna try to find him in double coverage, and because he has so much trust in Cup, I feel like he's gonna get tossed up in that and get 2. I don't know that.
So we're gonna go with Josh Allen on this one. So we're gonna go with over or under 4 touchdowns tonight. That's 2 in the air and 2 on the ground.
Over. I think he'll get 3 in the air and 2 on the ground.
All right.
I'm going under.
All right.
I think he could get 2 in the air, 1 on the ground.
All right, so we're gonna go. This is the last over and under, and we're gonna get up out. We're gonna get gone.
I feel like I'm gonna regret that by saying that 2 in the air. I don't know. I feel like Vic gonna say.
Vic said over. You got Big Simple saying over. Yeah. You got Big Simple saying over. So we're gonna go. I'm gonna go with this. The Rams running game. Like I say, I think we can all argue they have a better running game. They have a better running game than the Buffalo Bills. So I'm gonna go with this. Tonight, total yards as a rushing group, 120 rushing yards as a rushing group tonight. Over or under 120 rushing yards. For Cam Akers, and Kyron Williams. Over or under 120 yards total for tonight.
Under for sure.
Okay.
Under.
I think Akers will get more of the predominant running yards.
Jermaine Edmonds, Matt Milano, Von Miller, Ed Oliver. I think there's too much on that defense, and I think they're going to overpower that Rams offense. Don't forget, they don't have Whitworth anymore either. I do like.
Yes.
I do really like Noteboom. I think he's a very good left tackle. But no Whitworth. You don't have savvy vet presence, but a guy that's been there for how long was it there? He was definitely longer than like 10, 12 years, right?
Yeah.
No, he remember
not that long.
He was with the Bengals before that.
Shoot.
He was with the Bengals for a good minute. And then he signed with them the off season. I think it was the off season. It was when we went to the Super Bowl the year after. I think they got Brandon Cooks the same year, and then they signed him off the off season, and the free agency part.
Okay.
Yep. So we gonna have a question for Raphael Copy 10, and I got a bonus over and under on a certain player on the Bills defense. So he has a question for you guys that he wants to enter.
I want this one first. Linebackers: Tremaine Edmonds and Matt Milano. Compared to the Rams linebackers, not as good. You do have Leonard Floyd who plays linebacker and rush a little bit. I just think the Bills linebackers are much more dynamic. They're much more talented in what they do. Even the safeties I go with the Bills. Secondary, or no, just the corners. Probably go with the Rams with Tre'Davious White being out tonight. Defensive line Rams, but I think the Bills defense is better in the secondary. And they're better at linebacker, but the Rams are better on D line. So that's kind of my take on.
Yep.
Those
Go ahead, Slay. You think?
I'll give you both sides to this. I'll give you the schemes for both defenses and what they have on the players. So when you look at the players, like he pointed out, Tremaine Edmonds and Milano for the Bills, those guys will definitely stop the receiving game for the running backs and anything that comes in the middle. And the same thing goes for the Rams because they have arguably one of the smartest players in the NFL in Bobby Wagner. He has one of the best IQ in the game. And he's so smart, like get into the running back. So I'll say that plus the fact that I'll say the Rams don't have as much of as a good secondary as the Bills besides Ramsey. I feel like that Bills secondary is just so different because obviously the Bills, they run a lot more cover 3 and cover 4, so you can't beat them over the top because of those safeties being so good. And if you try that, that's usually an interception. But when it comes to the Rams, they'll definitely go 3 down linemen with a couple edge rushers, and that's not gonna help the Bills because if you want to run inside on Aaron Donald, that's just gonna only get one. The offensive lineman will have to come to the other offensive lineman's aid. And if Aaron Donald already got to the quarterback or running back, it's over. So yeah, they run a couple different defenses. One runs a 3-4, the other runs a heavy 4-3. So yeah, and that's the Bills that run a 4-3, and the other runs a 3-4.
Yep. So this is gonna be the last question, and we got over and under. So we're gonna pay some respect to Von Miller. We gotta pay some respect to a 2-time champion from the Broncos and to the Rams. So this is gonna be the season. Von Miller 10 sacks over or under this season for the season for Von Miller.
Ooh.
I'll say
you know your answer?
Yeah, I'll say under on that one. I'll say he gets about 8, but I don't think he's gonna get 10.
Okay. Jeez, that's a tough one.
Yo, what's good, UNC?
And that's another tough one. Von Miller is very good. How much help does he have in the D line? Ed Oliver is good. I think I'm gonna go under 2. I think he's gonna get a lot of pressures, but I think he's not gonna get as many sacks. I'm gonna go with Big Play Slay on what he said there. I'm gonna agree with him.
Yep. All right. So we got Panther in the building, and we got Big Simple said he's gonna go over on this one. So man, like I say, man, this has been an excellent show, man. This is an excellent panel right here. My co-host Big Play Slay, my boy JDW, a Colts fan, man, one of the best Colts guys I ever met. Remember,
The best.
I don't know about Davis Mills until he told me. He the one gave me some political on Davis Mills, and it turned out it's right. It's right. And
I love Davis Mills. I love Davis Mills. I hope he proves a lot of people wrong this year. I know, as I said earlier, when you don't play in a lot of primetime games, when you don't play in a lot of games with those bright lights, no one watches you. A lot of these smaller teams, smaller market teams, or teams that people just don't really follow as much. They're not going to get talked about if everyone's not watching them. But the experts know. The people that know football know that Davis Mills is smart and he has a talent. I just want to see him do it. I just want to see him get it done, and I think he could.
I think he could too. I think I'm completely agree with you, and I thank you for putting that insight because
Yeah,
what we had last year, he was really really good. You can argue he was better than Matt Jones. He was better
he
than
is better than Mac Jones.
absolutely,
He is better than him.
absolutely,
Hey, bro,
absolutely.
that's not even the thing. I'm like, bro,
Mac
you
Jones
talking
is a
about some?
bum.
You can make an argument.
You got Matt Jones a bum.
Yo, I agree. Oh my god, I completely agree. I've never heard someone say that. I
Yes.
completely agree. People think Mac Jones is a good quarterback, and I think this
He
man
played for Bill Belichick.
Bro, he's a
Wow.
game manager, bro. That's all this man is. He's a game manager, bro. That's all he'll ever be. Like, I don't know Davis Mills' ceiling. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what his ceiling is right now. But Mac Jones, I know what that man's ceiling is, and that's just a game manager, bro. Like this man coach over here talking about some damn. You could make an argument for him. He is better than him.
I said last year.
Yeah.
Due to the team he got,
Davis Mills came in the game.
Mills was really good, man. Yeah. This dude hit 300 yards passing. 300 yard passing against very good teams last year. I mean, he ripped the New England defense into shreds. He ripped them right into shreds. And that Chargers defense. I mean, that was his best game probably all year last year. But Davis Mills, man, that dude has an opportunity. He has great arm talent and great accuracy. I just seen this man make some throws, dude. I've seen this dude make some elite throws that a lot of quarterbacks in this league cannot really make. And I shout out to JDW for give me some insight. And Big Simple said that Davis Mills showed people he can. Yes, he can. I mean, if you give him, people gonna sleep on him this year. And like I say, I like that. I like when people gonna do that. Just if the Texans offensive line with King and Green, give him some time. And Titus Howard, them give him some time. He can pick apart. He can pick apart your defense. He can get that ball on the field. Go ahead.
I heard that Damian Pierce you guys have.
Mm-hmm.
That's his name, right?
Yep.
I heard he's been looking good, and I think he's going to be a nice target for Davis Mills. Also, Brandon Cooks is so much better than people think. No one talks about Brandon Cooks.
Facts.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know why is he not on the top 100. I don't know why he didn't end up on the top 100.
He's never been on the top 100.
He's never been on the top 100.
NFL, bro. This is what I'm going to start saying to you NFL players, bro. Y'all watch these players, and y'all talking about these players, right? But y'all never want to keep putting Brandon Cooks up on here when
Matt
he deserves
Jones was
it,
85,
bro.
and Cooks wasn't even on the list.
Bro, he deserves it, man. Brandon Cooks deserves it, bro. Y'all keep sleeping on this.
Hey,
man, bro.
when I think Notion is cursed, Slay, because when he said Matt Jones was over Kirk Cousins, they had Matt Jones 85 and Kirk Cousins was in the 90. Now, how you gonna put that? How does that happen? Kirk Cousins is a 99, and how does Matt Jones get to 85? Kirk Cousins is a better quarterback than Matt Jones.
Again, the NFL players. That's what I'll say. This is why I respect the NFL players' opinions more than I respect Notion's opinion on that, because they actually play Mac Jones, but Notion doesn't play Mac Jones. So he could say that, but he had no context to saying that. Like you gotta speak your mind because you don't play these players, but you gotta have context to some of your opinions.
Everybody knows. The players. Go ahead. Did JD?
No, you go ahead.
No, go ahead and get it off.
I think Mac Jones is a little worse of a version of Alex Smith.
Yo, I agree with that. No, honestly, I think he's a combination worse. Like he's a combination of Alex Smith and Matt Ryan, but way worse. Like way worse than that. Like if you get what I mean, because Matt Ryan in the pocket, Smith can do it, and he could kind of run out there, and Mac Jones can kind of do the same thing. He could his running skills is kind of underrated. Like he can kind of run. He's not like Brady. He could definitely run out the pocket and whatnot. And he kind of like the way he throws, it's more like Matt Ryan in some areas, but he's like a worse version. And yeah, Terry McLaurin should be on the top 100 too. I agree with that.
What you kind of say, Kirk Cousins is stat stuffer? No, he's not. He's not no stat. No, he's not. I don't agree with
Cousins. Kirk Cousins is gonna have a big year this year. My bold prediction for the NFL season this year: Kirk Cousins has over 40 touchdowns passing.
Oh, facts.
That's facts. I can see that.
Yeah.
Remember, Adam Thielen didn't play that much last year, and he still had like 10 touchdowns.
Yep.
People forget Adam Thielen too.
Yeah, Thielen's underrated too. Facts, bro. He said Matt Jones is Chad Pennington after his first rotator cuff surgery. Chad Pennington wasn't that bad, bro. I like Chad Pennington.
Yep. So we gonna end the show off right here, man. Shout out to my boy Slay and my boy JDW, man. Slay, tell the people where they can find you at, man.
Yeah, Big Play Slay on YouTube, East Coast Gridiron. That's where you can find me. And Twitter on Big Play Slay, same thing. Instagram, many 2 times, and then YouTube, yeah, Big Play Slay. And you can also find me on the Spotlight Sports Network. You can find me there. Huge on that. He said Eagles stink, bro. Wow, damn it. He said Kirk Cousins 2020. The only stats he's stuffing is his bank account. But yeah, I Big Play Slay on YouTube. That's where you can find me.
JDW, let the people know they can find you.
I'm over here stuttering like a mug right now.
Yep. That's welcome to my world. I stutter all the time. All day, every day. That's my problem. But just try to talk too fast. But yeah, you can find me on YouTube, JDW Sports Talk Show, right exactly as you see it there. I'm on Twitter as well, JDW Sports Talk Show. Insta, JDW Sports Talk Show. That's about it. That's about it.
Yep, and y'all know where y'all can find me at the Spotlight Sports Network. ECG, y'all can find me everywhere, man. Y'all can find me everywhere, all over YouTube and everywhere, man. And y'all gonna be able to find me at JDW tomorrow. I gotta deal with this, you know.
Against with the Colts.
I gotta deal with that.
I thought you lagged out for a second there.
Huh?
I thought you lagged out for a second.
Yeah, I kind of got to deal with that part, but y'all know it's fun, man. Going up against the Colts, and that's a very solid team over there. But like I say, man, enjoy the rest of y'all night, man. Enjoy Thursday night football. Enjoy the heavyweight fight, and just enjoy it, man. Just enjoy it, man. Y'all happy football, and y'all, man, go to my boy ECG channel, man. He's gonna have a preview show as well. So long for Coach Dante, my co-host Slay, and my boy JDW, the resident Colts fan. We'll say deuces to you guys.
Yep. Yes, sir.
I heard they want the news. Well, we got it just for you. What's your team? Who your player? Who your crew? I heard they want the news. The spotlight is on you, and if you in the hot seat, it's times 2. I heard they want the news. Come tune in to the crew, but we got the hook up just like black and blue. I heard they want the news. Spotlight Sports, what it do? This is